here you all see, is it audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here you all see, this is the length gauge, that means slot length. Here you see for 50 and 40 the slot length is 81 How we find this length gauge slot is here. Madam calculated that how we find this. Basically, this is 1.8 into 50 plus 40 by 2. I already said these things. So from 40 to 25, this is the slot gauge in This is also the length gauge slot. So these are our different length gauge slot in Also, madam says that she only take the sieves which will be from 20 to 6.3 So basically, she during calculation she only use that aggregate which will be passing from 20 return on 60, which will be passing from 60 return on 12.5, passing from 12.5 return on 10, passing from 10 return on 6.3. So for that particular size of aggregate, see with the 200 number of aggregate and take that weight as W1. So you all just see here. I think sound is not here. So
20 aggregate of samples in this test. So we'll uh, use starting from 20 sieve to 6.3 sieve we have taken in our experiment for the different gauge range. In 20 to 60 range, we found the weight 2.065 kg. 16 to 12.5 we found 1.44 kg. 12.5 to 10.0 is 0.537 kg. 10 to 6.3 sieve is weight we found 0.226 kg. Now the total weight is 4.268 kg. So calculate this part, weight of aggregate retained. 20 to 16 sieve retained. The retained aggregate weight is 0.362. 16 to 12.5 is 0.111 kg. 12.5 to 10 we found 0.066 kg retained sample. This is retained aggregate. 10 to 6.3 we found 0.026 kg. So it is calculate. So calculate the total weight. Total weight is 0.565 kg. So elongation index is equal to x4 plus x5 plus x6 plus x7 by W4 plus W5 plus W6 as W7 into 100 percentage. This is the total weight 0.565 by 4.268 into 100%. We can calculate this. 0.565 by 4.268 to 100.
13.23. It is okay.
13.23%.
It is okay.
So elongation index we can found 13.23%. Elongation index of coarse aggregate should not be more.
Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you see, madam is saying 30, 13.23. Here you just listen carefully. Madam saying.
We can found 13.23%.
So here she said that 13.23%. So this is, I know this is 13.23%, but never you all say this is 13.23%, because after decimal you do not say the number directly. You say here 13.23%. So this is a technical mistake. So I think madam made here a technical mistake, that if you ask in interview that this is 13.23%, the interviewer mark wrong marking for you. So interviewer made a wrong perception towards you. So just this is common to you all. That means many people made mistake here. Here also madam made a mistake. She says 13.23. This is absolutely correct. This is 13.23, but this is technically wrong. This is 13.23%. Here if 13.237%, so here we cannot say 13.237, where here we say 13.237. Broke all the numbers, then you all say. So I think here I find a technical mistake, so I clear that technical mistake also. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Elongation index we can found 13.23%. Elongation index of coarse aggregate should not be more than
More
than
15%.
15%.
So is it okay?
So the elongation index should be 15. So elongation index should be less than 15% for pavement either bituminous or non-bituminous.
Okay.
Elongation index should not be more than 30% for non-wearing non-wearing surface like building, foundation, etc. So elongation index not be more than 30% for non-wearing surface. So this is our reading 13.23%, which is less than 15%. So
So I think is it clear to everyone? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. अमित, रोहित, राजीव,
Yes, sir.
सबको क्लियर हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 So can I proceed? Here you all see. So our next test is, I think we have covered so many tests. We have covered our shape test. We have covered our impact test. We have covered our abrasion test. We have covered our aggregate crushing strength test. We covered our another test, that is shape test. Shape test, soundness test. Soundness test. So we covered so many tests. Soundness test. Soundness test. So these are the different tests which we perform on our aggregate. So basically these are the tests which we perform on our aggregates. So these are tests, you all see, these are the tests which we perform on our aggregate. On our this is the test which we perform on our aggregate. So here you all see these are the tests: aggregate crushing strength test, abrasion test, impact test, shape test, and last one is your soundness test. Soundness test. So these are the tests which we perform for our aggregates. Is it visual? दिख रहा है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you all see during the construction of road, so just you all observe here. During the road construction, in first topic I discuss, this is your embankment. On embankment, generally a highway or expressway will be built. Or in geometric design, I also discuss how this uh, right of way, or how your land width, or how your width of formation will be formed for your cutting highway or for your embankment highway. So generally, basically, this is your highway. So on this highway, your road is constructed. So on top surface of your pavement, you all see on top surface, you have bituminous surface. This is your surface. So this is your surface. On surface, you have bitumen. You have bitumen. Or concrete or cement concrete. You have bitumen or cement concrete on top surface. Then you have outer surface, you have base course, you have base course. BC you have base course. Then you have sub base course. This is your sub base course. Sub base course. And then this is your subgrade layer. This is your soil subgrade. This is your soil subgrade. So last layer is your soil subgrade. So basically this is the portion of your soil. So here you all see in this portion generally your soil is present. So basically on soil subgrade only your soil is present. Between after surface course, so up to this depth you have your bituminous or cement concrete layer. Below this up to this layer, here also up to this layer our soil is present. Between which we have made our road with placing different stones or our aggregate. So basically here we place our aggregate. So you all see generally these things in your roads. So if you move on road, you see on top surface you have your bituminous surface. Below bituminous surface you find the layer of aggregate. Below aggregate layer you have the layer of soil. So basically these are the different layers of our pavement. First is surface course, next is your base course, next is your sub base course, and last one is your soil subgrade. So we do the testing of these parts. So we do the testing of these parts. So just we do all the testing of these parts. So aggregate testing, I think we finish by taking 5 or 6 tests: crushing strength test, impact test, hardness test, then we do shape test, then we do soundness test. So these are basically different type of test which we perform and aggregate. And next test which will be available with us for road construction, because these are basically our highway material for road construction or pavement construction. So highway material means soil, highway material means aggregate, highway material means bitumen, highway material means cement concrete. So we discuss cement concrete part, that means cement concrete part in our BMC or in RCC. So we test our cement, fineness test of cement, initial setting time of cement, final setting time of cement. We do this test in our third semester or fourth semester. For concrete we also do testing in BMC, and rest part we test in our RCC part. Now in soil subgrade or for soil we do various types of testing for soil in geotechnical engineering also, but for transportation engineering point of view we generally discuss a separate test which is your CBR test of soil. So basically you all see CBR test of soil in your geotechnical also, but CBR test for soil is important for your transportation engineering. So we discuss CBR test of soil in transportation engineering lab also, and rest test you refer for your geotechnical engineering lab, that means liquid limit of soil, plastic limit of soil, permeability test of soil. These are basically your geotechnical engineering testing uh, labs. So I think you all heard about this test in your geotechnical or not? You heard this test?
Yes.
Okay. So if you see here, if you see here, if you see here, Aggregate crushing strength test, abrasion, impact, shape test. These are our aggregate test. Aggregate test 80. I write it in short form 80. Here your California bearing ratio test. This is your CBR test. So this test is dedicated for your subgrade soil. So this is for your soil. This is for your soil. This is for your soil. Next test is your specific gravity test for bitumen, water absorption test, penetration test, ductility test, softening point of bitumen, flash and fall test of bitumen, viscosity test of bitumen, bituminous mix designed by Marshall method. So basically these are the tests which we perform on our bitumen. So these are the tests which we perform on our bitumen. So these are the tests which we perform with our bitumen. So I think this is clear to everyone. So how many tests we perform for transportation engineering? We perform test for bitumen, we perform test for soil, we perform test for aggregate. So aggregate part is I think covered. Next part we cover for bitumen, and next part or rest part is for our soil. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you all just see here. I think stripping test of bitumen is for aggregate is left. So just you see here. This is visual to everyone. Method of test for determination of stripping value of road aggregate. This is visual or not? Visual?
Yes, sir. पर blur है.
Okay, okay,
Sir.
okay. Just wait. Is it visual? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here you all see, I think one test is left for your aggregate, and that test is your determination of stripping value of road aggregate. So I discussed this test, and all the test for your aggregate will finish. So just see here, this is the test which is for determination of stripping value of road aggregate. So here this test is also dedicated for our aggregate, and for this test we generally find the stripping value of our aggregate. So you all see this Indian standard was adopted by the Indian Standard Institute on 24 September 1971. After the draft, these are the basics of your this test. So you just remember here, just start from here. The scope of this test is, the scope is, this standard covers the procedure for determining stripping value by static immersion method of aggregate used in road construction with binders like penetration grade. I think here is penetration grade is written, penetration grade, bitumen, flux, bitumen, and road tar. So what is the procedure? So retain on 12.5 mm ISF 200 gram of aggregate passing 20 mm ISF, dry, clean and mix with 5% binder by weight of aggregate in a small kerosol binder being heated previously to 160 degrees Celsius if bitumen and 110 degrees Celsius if tar. So during do not worry, I discussed all the things: what is bitumen, what is tar, what is emulsion, what is cutback bitumen. I discussed all the things in detail when time came. So just relax. Do not worry about what is tar, what is bitumen. Bitumen just black in color. I think you all see these things. Bitumen is black in color. It is obtained from the destructive distillation of your petroleum or fractional distillation of your petroleum. So basically bitumen comes from your petroleum product. Next is your tar. This come from destructive distillation of coal. So tar is different thing, bitumen is different thing, bitumen emulsion is different thing, cutback bitumen is different things. So do not get confused. That means bitumen is same thing, flux bitumen is same thing, road tar is same thing. These all things are technically different. One is obtained from destructive distillation of coal, another is obtained from fractional distillation of petroleum. So bitumen is different, tar is different. So the scope of this test is just find the stripping value of our aggregate, which is used in road construction, because we know how our aggregate, how our bitumen, how our soil will be used in our road construction. Because in road construction, generally on top surface of our pavement we use bitumen, below bitumen surface we use aggregate. For different layer in base coats, in sub base coats, we generally use our aggregate. Next and last one is our subgrade. So in subgrade we generally use soil subgrade. So for uh, making a pavement, these different types of highway materials are used. So for this highway material we perform different tests. So I think I discuss all the tests for your aggregate. Last test is your stripping value test. So here we determine our stripping value of aggregate. So what is the procedure? Retain on 12.5 mm IS sieve 200 gram of aggregate passing 20 mm IS sieve. Dry the aggregate, clean and mix with 5% binder by weight of aggregate in a small kerosol. Binder being heated previously to 160 degrees Celsius if bitumen and 110 degrees Celsius if tar. So basically here we heat the bitumen at 110 degrees 160 degrees Celsius if we use bitumen during road construction. If we use tar during road construction, then we do not heat the bed of aggregate or binder, which will be mixed as a 5%. We just heat that mix with only 110 degrees Celsius when we use tar. But when we use 160 degrees Celsius, when we use bitumen, then we use 160 degree temperature. So these are the basic point which will be given by our code. So the aggregate are also to be heated prior to mixing to a temperature of 150 and 100 degrees Celsius. So here before mixing the binder in aggregate, we generally heat our aggregate at 150 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. So basically in between 100 degrees Celsius and 150 degrees Celsius, we generally heat our aggregate. Next what we do? When these are to be mixed with bitumen and tar respectively, after complete coating the mixture is transferred to a 500 ml beaker and allowed to cool at the room temperature for about 2 hours. So basically when what we do, we just take a sieve and sieve that aggregate from 12.5 mm sieve and 20 mm sieve. Basically 200 gram of aggregate is taken. On that 200 gram of aggregate, we generally mix 5% binder in that aggregate. After mixing the binder, we give a temperature of 160 degrees Celsius if bitumen is used, and if tar is used, we have generally used 110 degrees Celsius. So here you all see the aggregate are also to be heated. So basically before mixing the binder into aggregate, the aggregate are also to be heated prior to mixing to a temperature of 150 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius, when these are to be mixed with bitumen and tar respectively. After complete coating, the mixture is transferred after the mixing with binder of the aggregate. We just place or transfer that mixture into a 500 ml beaker and allow the mixture to cool at a room temperature for about 2 or 3 hours. Now distilled water is then added to immerse the coated aggregates. So the aggregate which is coated with 5% binder is kept two to three hours for cooling. During cooling process, after 2 to 3 hours, we add distilled water in that coated aggregate. Now what we do? Now the beaker is covered and kept in a water bath maintained at 40 degrees Celsius. So basically the beaker which is covered with these binders is kept in that beaker. We place our aggregate, we place our binder, we place the distilled water. Then after putting the distilled water, we place the beaker, we cover the beaker from top, we place the beaker in water bath at 40 degree Celsius, taking care that the level of water in the water bath comes up at least half the height of the beaker. So this is the meaning. So here, if this is my water bath, so here you see, so here you see, so here you see, this is your water bath. You do not put the beaker completely in this water bath. If you put or submerge your beaker in that manner, then the water from water bath also penetrate or also goes into your beaker. So you do not do these things. Basically the beaker is covered and kept in a water bath, and the temperature of water bath is 40 degrees Celsius. The temperature of water is 40 degrees Celsius. Here we take a care that the level of water in the water bath comes up to at least half the height of beaker. So basically this is if the height of beaker is 10 centimeter, then just 5 centimeter of water is put in this water bath. That means this beaker only fill half the portion of our. Next, the beaker is covered and kept in a water bath maintained at 40 degrees Celsius, taking care that the level of water in the water bath comes up to at least half the height of the beaker. After the expiry of 24 hours, the beaker is taken out. That means after cooling that beaker in 24 hours in water bath, we separate out the beaker from the water bath. Then we allow the beaker to cool at room temperature, and the extent of stripping is
कट कट के आ रहा है.
देखो आई थिंक इधर बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश हो रहा है, इसलिए आवाज़ कट कट के जा रहा है. ओके
वॉइस कट कट के आ रहा है.
ओके ओके. अब ठीक है. Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after 24,
Yes.
okay, after 24 hour, the beaker is taken out and cool at room temperature. So basically, when we put the beaker for 24 hour in water bath, we separate out the beaker from that water bath after 1 day or after 24 hours. Then we allowed to cool that water bath at room temperature, and we check the stripping value for that particular aggregate, or we find out how much our aggregate will be stirred up. Next is our how we find or how we evaluate the stripping value. So just see here, the stripping value shall be the ratio of uncovered area observed visually to the total area of aggregate in each test expressed as a percentage. So reporting of result, so the specimen of 3 result shall be reported as stripping value of the tested material and shall be expressed nearer to whole number. So what we do, just see here what we do. We take aggregate, here we take aggregate, we put that aggregate in a beaker, here we put the aggregate in a beaker, here we put aggregate in a beaker, here we put aggregate in a beaker, so in that beaker we just add 5% binder, we add 5% binder in it, we add 5% binder, we first give or dry this aggregate at a temperature of 150 to 100 degrees Celsius. After drying this aggregate, we put this aggregate in a beaker, and in that beaker we put 5% binder, we put 5% binder in that aggregate. The weight of this aggregate is 200 gram. So basically we use 200 gram of aggregate, we put 5% binder in that aggregate, we heat this aggregate at a temperature of 160 degrees Celsius and 110 degrees Celsius if it used for bituminous construction. If tar is used, we just heat this aggregate at a temperature of 110 degrees Celsius. Now what we do, we place this aggregate in a water bath. This is our water bath. We place this aggregate in water bath for 24 hours. After 24 hours, we just take out this water bath and see how much of aggregate will be coated. This is the aggregate, and this much of portion will be coated with binder. Only for this aggregate, this much of portion will be coated with the binder. For this aggregate, only this much of portion will be coated with this binder. So basically the stripping value should be the ratio of